Bitcoin Exchange Reserve is looking fairly bearish right now, guys. So this is obviously a bearish sign for Bitcoin because this means the higher this goes, the more Bitcoin is being put onto exchanges to essentially trade. And as you can see from the most recent trend on this over the last sort of year or so, we have been hitting these lows really, really well. But most recently, we have seen a bit of a spike in this. This is essentially bearish because this means people are moving their Bitcoin onto exchanges so they can then trade it or sell it or something along the lines of that, right? So that is obviously bearish for crypto. And right now you can see we have obviously had a huge dump for crypto right now. My name is Crypto Chester and I'm here today to give you a Bitcoin update. We're going to be going through Bitcoin here on the short term, the mid term, and the long term as it goes. Very good stuff. Some very key areas we need to be looking out for here for Bitcoin. What sort of price predictions can we be getting in today for the next few days coming ahead, right? Before we get into the video, guys, just want to do a little bit of a promotion for BitUnext there. It's an exchange that I'm using here. I've just partnered up with them. You don't need KYC. It's really, really good. It's based in Dubai. Really, really great exchange. And you get a $5,500 welcome bonus for signing up if you meet the deposit requirements. Really great exchange. Highly recommend them. And guys, yes, it is a partnership I am doing with them at the moment. Amazing stuff. Let's get straight into Bitcoin, guys. Without further ado, this is going to be the hourly chart. This is the trade that I'm going to be looking for, okay, guys? This is the trade I'm going to be looking for because you can see we've obviously got this symmetrical triangle chart pattern and we have lost the volume weighted ATR band on the 4 hour. This is very interesting because it's essentially a symmetrical triangle chart pattern on the lower side of this downtrend. So that essentially means it's a bearish pennant chart pattern, guys. And these tend to usually break, you guessed it, to the downside, okay? So there is a short position to be had for Bitcoin. I know you're probably all losing your minds here saying, why are you going short on Bitcoin? We're looking so goddamn bullish right now. I will go into that on the macro time frame towards the end of this video, guys. Don't you worry. I'm going to get into the real deep, dark, dirty depths of why I'm going to be going short on Bitcoin and my price targets as well. This is going to be the short position. Okay, this is going to be the short position. It's going to be a measure move looking something along the lines of this, guys. We're going to be taking that to whatever break point we do have there. And then in terms of take profits, we've got 40,500, 40,200, 39.8 and 39.2 as well for the completion of the measure move. These are just very, very strong resistance and support areas that we have seen in previous price action there. Very, very easy to predict. You can see these lows here. Very, very strong levels of support. Now, you can see very important stuff, guys. I've been talking about these for a very long time. It's these volume-weighted ATR bands, okay? The volume-weighted ATR bands, we are coming up to test them. We're coming up to test them as a level of support. And after seeing us be above them for so long, okay, after seeing us being above them for so long, usually when we test them as a level of support, we see a really, really nice big pump, okay? So definitely what we're looking for here is the 12-hour colliding here with the 3-day. And when the price action comes down to these levels, we will see a big buy up, okay? We'll see a big buy up from these levels, okay? So that's definitely a point that I'm going to be looking out for there while I'm going to be going short. This short is going to be worth around 3.5% there. And you can see the relevant take profit points that we just discussed there. Moving on to Bitcoin here on the midterm time frame, guys. As you can see, pretty clean chart pattern here. You've got a head and shoulders chart pattern. You've got a left shoulder to the top side. You've got the head, obviously, where we topped out for this run at this point in time. Right shoulder being created there. And the price target for the lower side of this is all the way down at 36.8. Do I think we're going to get there? No, I don't think we're going to get down all the way to 36.8. I think that's a bit too far-fetched in my opinion. But I do have a price target of around 39. I think it's on the CME gap on the lower side. Yeah, 39,170. That's sort of the price target that I'm looking for here for Bitcoin. And we will get into where these volume-weighted ATR bands are, where all these indicators are basically telling us that we're going to be going. So let's get rid of the head and shoulders pattern for a second here because I want to talk about this chart pattern. We were talking about this chart pattern, guys. It is on my X. We were talking about a short, my X account, right? Link is in the description if you want to go check that out. We've got we had a short position coming out of this upward sloping parallel channel, guys. Didn't get that. Didn't get the short break that we wanted to. But what we have seen here, obviously, is the head and shoulders pattern. And we are seeing us slowly come back down into this chart pattern. I was expecting a bit more support from this trend line here. As you can see, we've got heavy resistance there. I was expecting a little bit more of a strong bounce. Okay, we got a little bit of a bounce, but still really, really quite low. Now, in terms of the area where we are from that, guys, we've just lost that support. Okay, we've just lost that support. So that's a sign that we're going to have continuation in this micro downtrend to the downside, okay? That's going to be using the volume-weighted ATR band on the hourly and the 30-minute and just riding that wave down basically to come and tap these lows. Now, these lows that I'm talking about, guys, the lows that I'm talking about, it is going to be around 40,000 there for this low, as I said here on this on this trade here, it's going to be very, very crucial, around 40,100. And then from there, we've got volume weighted ATR bands coming through very, very strong. The first one is going to be 39.9, and that's going to be the 12-hour, as we just discussed at the start of the video, guys. And then the CW bands here, you can see the support that we get on these on this really nice green indicator here. This is very, very strong as well. So if we come down to this area, the point that I'm looking at is 39.4. Okay, 39.4. But again, guys, if we're back in this chart pattern, we've got to be looking at these areas. Okay, the areas that I'm talking about is this range here. Okay, the range here, and that consists of 41.1 all the way down to 38. Okay, and obviously we've been very, very bullish for a significant amount of time here. Very parabolic in sort of the motion to the upside, so I would expect a bit of downside coming through from here. That's absolutely fine. It's absolutely expected if that is going to happen. Moving on to the... Could we go to the long term? I mean, we did have a bit of a bullish divergence coming through here on the midterm time frame here, guys. We did have a bit of a bullish divergence coming through as we hit a low and didn't hit that low in terms of the price action for the 4-hour. But we did see a bit of a spike up from that, but nothing too crazy, okay? Nothing too crazy, and I probably would just expect downside here. Let's talk market structure on the macro, because that's obviously a very, very important thing that we need to be looking out for here, guys. So let me get rid of a few indicators so it's very easy for you guys to see. In terms of market structure right now, you can see the most recent high low all the way down at 25,000. Haven't really had a significant pullback and a high broken as of yet that we can call a higher low, but we're currently coming down, obviously, quite rapidly. So is this going to be the next higher low scenario that we're looking for? The point that I really would predict us coming down to and holding and setting a new higher low, guys. So it would be something along the lines of this, and then breaking this high. This is what I would say. It's the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement. This is going to be the point to be looking out for there. And that's currently priced around 38,900. And again, guys, CME gap come all the way down to around 39.2. So we can expect a little wick down to the Fibonacci and then a potential bounce from there, okay? Talking volume weighted ATR bands yet again here. 12-hour coming down. 3-day coming down as well, guys. So this area... not that area, this area is lining up really, really nicely for a really strong bounce to the upside, okay? So what I would say here for Bitcoin here, just to cover it today, I would say we are bearish, okay? We're bearish. We're on a nice, healthy, bullish market structure pullback, and the area that I'm really looking for a bounce here is going to be 38.9, okay? 38.9 is the price prediction that I would love to see here. We might get a volume weighted ATR band bounce on the 12-hour before then. I probably would expect a mini bounce, okay? I probably would expect a mini bounce and then the support not to be held and then coming down and then testing this level of support instead, filling CME gaps and just generally creating stronger market structure for the bullish momentum that we can see coming into the new year. So that's sort of what I'm looking at there, guys. And also just to touch on the daily again, guys, the daily volume weighted ATR, and if we do come down to 36.5, there's a huge buying opportunity from that, guys. We've been through this on many different videos as well. It's going to be worth around 10%. Okay, it's going to be a really, really strong bounce, so make sure you look out for that one, okay? CME gaps, yeah, as I said, CME gap is down at around 39.3 to 40,500, so we haven't filled that yet. So the point I'm looking for is to fill that zone. Bitcoin dominance, guys, coming down here, so we're looking like altcoins are starting to move on their own. Altcoins are really not doing that well today, apart from VeChain, one that we never thought would be performing quite well, but VeChain is doing really, really well today, and we are seeing it pump quite a little bit, right, compared to a lot of the other altcoins that have dumped, okay? But from what we can see here, guys, in terms of the Bitcoin dominance, you can see this, obviously, this chart pattern, right? So we do have either room to go up or down here. The area that we are ranging in between is going to be 55% and 50%. So yeah, there's a nice 5% range in this area here. And essentially, if this goes down, guys, altcoins will start to move on their own, and we will see a singular blockchain start to pump as well, like Solana, DOT, these sorts of coins, right? So that's sort of what I would be looking for that. You can see the low point that we are potentially looking for a lovely little bounce here, and that's going to be around this area. So if Bitcoin is going to come down, if Bitcoin dominance is going to come down here, and there is going to be a bounce for support, then please expect your altcoins to start moving exactly with Bitcoin. Okay, that's what the Bitcoin dominance does do. Moving on to altcoins, guys, let's look at the bubbles for the day. We've got ELF up around 10%, looking really, really good. Bonk down 20%. I mean, Bonk's been absolutely killing it, guys. Meme coin of the bloody year or something like that. Overtaken Pepe, absolutely smashing it in terms of market cap. So yeah, we're expecting a bit of a pullback here for Bonk, and I did cover that in my video last start of the week, I think. Yeah, go check that out if you want to. And yeah, overall altcoins are not doing too great, guys. Altcoins are not doing too great. And we would expect a bit more bullish momentum coming through over the next sort of couple of days or so for altcoins as Bitcoin dominance does come down, okay? Fear and greed index for the day, guys. Let's have a look at that. 65, come down a bit from the last couple of weeks. Absolutely fine. Really good for us to be doing that. God, that looks good. Yeah, really good for us to be doing that. So yeah, it's good. It's good to be doing that, and yeah, it's good for the greed to come down because we were getting a little bit greedy. Open interest was going through the roof as well. So yeah, a couple of things to be looking out for there. That's gonna be it from me from a Bitcoin standpoint, guys. I will be doing some altcoin videos as well today, so make sure you check out the channel for that. Obviously, drop a sub, all that good stuff. Notification bells on, and I will be back. Yeah, I will be back later on today for some more altcoin videos, and obviously tomorrow for another Bitcoin update. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you ever so much for watching. And again, guys, go check out BitUnex, an exchange that I've partnered with. Really, really nice UI as well. And there is a massive bonus link in the description if you sign up to that exchange. But for that, that's going to be it from me for now. Peace out, and goodbye from me, Crypto Chester.